Longhairs. Welcome to episode 91 of Let It Ride. From the Longhairs Global Headquarters, he is El Moreno. I'm El Rubio, and this is a place for guys growing their hair. We publish hair tips and tactics, advocate for hair equality, and celebrate men's long manes with hair whips and high fives.
Yeah.
Today's guest is a master tattoo artist in San Diego, devoting his life's work to art and tattoos for well over 20 years. Recognized and respected by his peers in the industry, his work is primarily focused on large format sleeves and complete back and body pieces. His art is heavily influenced by Japanese art and ornamental patterns. He's an extremely competent businessman, operating several other successful business ventures. Woo. He's a former professional snowboarder, and once every 5 years, you can see him perform on stage when the band gets back together. He is the founder and owner of Bearcat Tattoo Gallery. He's a dear friend and constant supporter, down since day one. And he's hitting a new benchmark each and every day in his journey back to the flow. He is the artist beyond the awkward stage. He is Sierra Colt.
Thank you.
What's up?
Amazing. I feel great. I mean, that's all we need. We're good, right?
Yeah, we can end this
I can leave with that. I'm going to have a great day.
Good to go. Sierra Colt, you're on Let It Ride. Welcome, man. Glad to have you here.
Thank you. I need you to play that intro for me like every morning when I wake up.
On your
to
way
get my
in?
day going.
On your way into the gallery?
Anywhere. Need a day
Get a little
off. Just
bass,
play it for me.
get a hard soundtrack to that.
That's it.
Get you juiced every day. Well, hey, we got a long history. We've got a lot to unpack here.
Yeah.
Let's just start out. Tell us about Bearcat Tattoo Gallery. It's a very different type of tattoo shop. Anyone who walks in there for their first time will agree to that. Just tell us a little bit about Bearcat, how long you've been in business, what makes it different, what makes it special.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess we should probably go back to that's like where we all met is down in Little Italy, and I've been tattooing in San Diego for maybe 17 years now, something like that. But after a while, I just wanted to be in like an artist area, more creative space. Little Italy was really known for art galleries and, like unique businesses. Yeah. And so I was looking down there, and when we found our spot, it's exactly what I was looking for, something really like different and away from like the main, track of tattoo shops. And that's how I started Bearcat.
Yep.
And the uniqueness of it is we're not really a street shop. We're really less like an artist shop. We're there for our clients to give them like a great experience. We're there for them to have their great tattoo day. We're there for them just to come and enjoy getting tattooed and not have a lot of stress of like, a big crazy walk-in shop. It's just more of like a chill spot.
Yeah.
That's the overview.
Yeah, for anyone who's ever walked into a tattoo shop or just walked by a tattoo shop, there may be this stigma. It might be a little bit intimidating, or if you're going to walk in, it's going to be a bunch of bros or hard-hitting guys or something.
We're still hard.
They are still hard, but it's in no way like that. There's no intimidation. It's almost the feel is more of an art gallery when you walk in. And me walking in for the first time, pretty naive, seeking a business sponsorship for long manes and candy canes. It was just extremely welcoming and a great environment just to walk into immediately with all of the art and the welcoming atmosphere. And sure enough, you guys agreed to sponsor our Long Manes and Candy Canes event.
Of course.
And that's really how we kicked it all off.
The house is like 1906 it was built. So it's really got like a old vibe and
yeah, totally
good energy. Some people think it's haunted, but I think it's just good energy all around.
Yeah. It is like the lone little house right there too.
Right.
Amongst all like the commercial buildings and everything.
Like up.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Like
exactly
the last house standing.
And it's directly under the flight path. So you got the planes coming over every single day.
It's like the windows are soundproof. So inside it's chill, but like you step outside and, you can hear the airplanes pretty good.
Yeah.
Gotta have the soundproof windows there.
Going to, the point Chris made there, like just about kind of the vibe and what you guys have really curated there, the energy and the space and like all those things kind of play a factor, the age of it, where you're located, the uniqueness, like right under the flight path, how you've designed it, how the colors of the whole place, but then the vibe too, like when people come into a shop, it is like a little intimidating. You might have some butterflies and stuff. Like, how do you and the guys, like, approach those people? Like, make them comfortable, you know, like they're already kind of nervous. And I mean, if they're a veteran client, obviously they just feel like they're walking into the family room. But like, you know, for the new people or someone who just happens to walk in, how do you, you know, create that memory for them?
Well, I mean, I think it starts from just like being nice, you know, like when somebody walks in, whoever's up there, like, you know, just saying hi and hello and making them feel welcome right away. No matter what artist is in there, you know, our front desk help, you know, whoever's there is immediately like, you know, welcome, come on in, you know, make yourself comfortable. I'll grab your artist. You know, we have some snacks in the back. There's some water, you know, just having more of like, I mean, it's funny, like a painful spa day experience, like having that experience, like they're going in and it's their day and they get to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And treating each one like that. I mean, that's what's important to us. You know, we're not really doing walk-ins. We don't really have that like, oh, what do you want? Let's do it. We have set people coming in. We know they're coming. You know, people do come in and want to check it out and stuff, of course, but our clients, we've already kind of got a plan.
Yeah,
we're waiting for them, and, you know, it's already set as their day.
Totally.
So that's what we really try to do, is just make them feel comfortable right away.
And dude, you said something really interesting there, and I just read one of your latest blog piece, but how, you know, it's like a painful spa day.
Yeah, right.
You know, you really kind of associated tattooing to therapy and how it's like a therapeutic experience.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think amongst having the best tattoo website in the game,
that's right,
where you're a leader there, but I think this is kind of another thing you're leading on too. You know, I mean, maybe there's other guys talking about it and stuff, but like, you really seem like this is a big passion part of your whole trade for you, and like how it really means a lot for someone emotionally, mentally, and like, you know, how'd you kind of get into that, and where are you going with that?
You know, I think maybe it's something I've talked about for years, and I had this kid from college come in just like a couple of years ago, and he just wanted to do a little interview for his, you know, his college project or whatever.
Yeah.
And I sat down with him and talked, and I started talking about how the importance of getting tattooed and the importance of the therapy of getting tattooed. And not, you know, we've always said tattoo therapy, but I started really thinking about it, opening up about it, and I realized I'm kind of real passionate about that part of it, which led me to start writing my thoughts down a little more about it. And I mean, I can go really deep into it, but the overall view is, I mean, when you go to get a tattoo, you're going there for yourself. Like, you're going there to help yourself in a way that's super important. You're going there to beautify yourself, to make yourself feel better. You're going there to hang out with your friends. You're going there to be a part of a community. You're going there just to take, you know, a break from your regular life and sit down and just get tattooed. I mean, you're going there to really, you know, for yourself. You know, it's not selfish, but in the end, like, it's super healthy.
Yeah.
Like, getting tattoos, it's fully self-care. I mean, even if you're like, you know, maybe you're getting like a memorial piece, that's self-care. Mm-hmm. Maybe you're getting a piece with your friends to like bond. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. There's so much depth in getting tattooed that it's fully like, you know, it could be a spa, it could be a self-care day, it could just be, you know, a commitment you want to do for yourself.
Yeah.
Super healthy.
That's
you know,
awesome.
I think it's, you know, there's a lot to be said about that, and I think maybe some more studies, you know, should be done about, you know, the healthiness of it.
Yeah, dude, that's interesting. Like, coming in as like kind of a mental, kind of almost cleansing experience. Like, is there a opportunity to take the tattooing experience to the next? Like, you come in, you get like a hot towel, right. Like a room with music to get your mental state right, and like loosen up the skin and get a little massage, and then your artist.
If I had the space, man, that'd be great.
I mean, would that be like something that's interesting, right? That'd be,
you know, I mean, a little different, maybe. You know, a hot towel would be nice, right? But I think that's kind of the vibe you do want in your waiting area. You want it to be relaxing.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you only have water and snacks, or, you know, we have like a lounge out back people go hang out in, but you want it to be a spa feeling, but not a spa. Not like that silly version, but you want it to be that comfort, you know. It's your day. It's your tattoo time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you really are leading the industry with that approach to just tattooing in general, and that welcoming experience for the guests. I think it just comes off immediately in the space, but then the attitude of all the artists who are there as well. And it's something else. Anyone who is interested, just go and check out Bearcat Tattoo Gallery. It's definitely worth it, and I think it brings more of a legitimacy. just a more of a legitimacy to the industry. Maybe there's no stigma nowadays, but certainly decades ago it was kind of looked down on to have a tattoo or getting a tattoo, whatever. Going in there is kind of this vibe, but it's very much professional, comfortable experience that really is rooted in that self-care. And at any rate, as we've learned more about tattoos just working with you over the years, it's definitely been clear that you guys are leading the charge.
Oh, I appreciate that. I think a lot of shops, you know, and artists in general are getting on board with this idea. But, you know, when I met you guys, we were working on our website project, and it was an interesting having a different view. And I was like, no, guys, I want it to be like this, chill. And you guys were like, oh, okay. Yeah. Way cooler, way better.
Yeah, totally.
So tell us about the website building experience. Of course, El Moreno and I were still running the agency. Hey, you sponsored our event. Next thing up is let's come and ask if we can build you a website. And you were pretty much ready for us to walk in and pitch you our website deal. Yeah. And we pretty much went right into it from there. But I know that you learned a ton about web and digital marketing. Tell us a little bit about the experience and the end result in the Bearcat website.
Well, I mean, I think maybe the most important thing in this is kind of a nod to you guys because, you know, of course, I knew you guys did web design and stuff, and I had a good website, okay website or whatever at the time, but I knew I wanted to have something that worked better for me and worked like better for artists in general. And so I knew you guys would be knocking at some point. But I was open to meeting with you guys. You guys gave me such a great experience by not selling me on what you could do because you guys knew you had something amazing. You guys knew the secrets of the web, and you guys knew what it could do for me. But by knowing that, you guys didn't need to push it. You guys asked me, you invited me over to come and learn about it. And we literally met every Thursday for a month. Yeah. And I sat on the couch in HQ #1, right?
Yes.
And we sat there, and you guys, like, you know, part of it was I think day one, you guys need to learn about my business. So we talked about my business, and then you guys talked about what your business is. And as we sort of like learned about it, you know, I think you guys learned a lot about what I wanted, and I learned like, holy shit, this is what these guys can do. This is what we need. And I think by like the 4th week, I was like, let's do this. Yeah. You know, let's make this happen. I mean, we had like this connection of like, we can really take a business like tattooing and make a website that helps the artist so much that the artist, you know, can connect with their clients and the people they want to tattoo way easier than just your average website. Look at my portfolio. Contact me. Totally. I mean, there's so much depth to it. We could go into the whole algorithm we've built, which is like layers and layers and layers, and you know, but that'd be giving all our secrets away. But but there's so much depth to it that by the time I sat down on like that 4th week, I was like, you know, that's time. Let's build this. Let's do it the right way. Yeah, yeah. And we spent like a year building it. I mean, I'm sure we launched before then, but we still work on it.
Yeah, exactly. And dude, really making it an extension of your physical space too. You know? I think that was something I was really proud of. Of like, it was as unique as like all the things we talked about the building itself and the vibe when you walk in and how the artists treat you and everything. I mean, the website does that too. By like making it easy to book, make it really simple to learn about the artist, view the art, like all this stuff.
Right, and clean, very clean and consistent.
And everything was intentional there. Like we're trying to book the consult,
right,
like, everywhere.
and it's even gone so far as we've made it intentional to turn people away too in this weird way. It sounds silly, but we're looking for that client that connects with us more. Now that we have, you know, more business than we can actually tattoo, we're looking for that client that we can connect with, and that's going to be our long-term client. Yeah. Because if you only have, you know, say you're doing a bunch of large scale pieces, you can only fit maybe 20 appointments in a month, right? Like 5 a week if you're doing 1 a day. Yeah. So if you have to choose those 20 clients, like choose wisely, and let's make the website turn away the tire kickers, turn away the people that just want the deals, turn away. Yeah. Like, and we've made it so it's like people get there like, oh, this is where I go when I want my good piece or my big piece. Yeah. Like, not as like good, like, you know, there's a lot of great artists, but this is where I go when I'm ready to like sit down and do a sleeve and connect with somebody. Yeah. This is where I go when I want just, you know, really
to invest,
good experience.
Really invest.
Yeah. And not just like, let me get that tat. Like this is if I'm going to connect with these guys, we're going to become friends. This is going to be my life experience with this artist. Yeah. And that, I think people come to the site, and if they're not ready for that, they're like, oh, okay. And they come back years later and they're like, okay, now I'm ready. That's
now I'm ready.
In a weird way to say we're going to turn people away just so we can make sure we get the right people. It's kind of weird to say that, but it's true.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's important.
It's like making cuts on like a sports team or something.
Right.
It's really shaping your client portfolio to get the best clients, the type of clients that you want in the shop, not the ones, like you said, the tire kickers, the time wasters, the deal, the bargain searchers. You want people who are really devoted and excited about, and you're really shaping your clientele more through the direction that you're taking them through the website.
Right.
And vast majority of your clients now do book through the website, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it's constant. It's just like almost since day one, it's been constant, but now the clientele is better. We get people that like when I get a consultation booking, they like know exactly what my style is. They're like, yep, I want what you do. I saw you did this. Let's do that. With each of the artists there, like they're booking the exact piece that fits that artist now. I mean, you get a few that are off, but like I see the bookings come through and I'm like, oh yeah, that's perfect for him, perfect for him, perfect for me. It's the right one, you know?
Yeah.
And I know from like looking at like, you know, numbers and stuff like on visits and profile visits and stuff that there's a lot of people coming and they're not all booking. They're coming, they're realizing what it is. And the ones that are booking are the ones we want. So
the ones that are ready.
So yeah, so there's so much traffic that we can funnel like the exact person to us now. And I think that's killer. It's so important in this industry.
It's incredible. We've had your past apprentice on the show, Alonzo Villa, and another longtime professional artist in your shop, Matt Hines. And they both, even just in those interviews, recognize the power of the website and being able to bring in the clients and the right type of clients and having their booking all in one place. Even they recognize, and I can't remember if it was Matt or Alonzo, but said, man, right when Sierra was starting off with this whole website thing, I wasn't sure if it was going to be worth it to invest all this time and money. But I got to be honest, that was just the biggest game changer that I experienced. And both of the guys had a similar message.
Dragging them over for pictures and making them write bios.
And write a bio and the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, Alonzo, I tattooed with him for 10 years. He was awesome. And I think, you know, he gets it. And he's got a great thing going now, his own place. And Matt is just an incredible artist. And working with him, when I see a client come exactly with his style and be like, oh, Matt, I want this. You do this so sick. It's just a culmination of him always like standing there and saying, no, this is what I want to do. And now that those clients get directed right to him and seeing that all happen, it's amazing. And he gets to do his work. Yeah. And you see it now. I mean, they're like, I love your style.
Greater fulfillment. Offers greater fulfillment if you're getting the type of tattoos that you want to be doing, and it allows you to advance your style and what you want to be doing. It was really interesting, the timing that we linked up, because we'd been an agency and doing websites for a few years, but the time that we finally linked up was when we had really evolved into a professional agency, and we had our process a lot more dialed in than even a year prior to that. And you talked about the initial meetings, our whole discovery process, and really getting to know your business. And the whole first month was really just like education, getting to know each other, talking about your business, talking about how we want this website to unfold. And I think it was just incredible, immaculate timing that we came together when we did. And it ended up in just one of our favorite websites we ever got to work on.
Yeah. I mean, things happen for a reason. I think you meet people for the right reasons, and you meet people, and then, you know, who knows, 20, 30 years from now, who knows what we're going to be doing, but we'll probably know each other and we'll be hustling something.
We're going to be doing something. We're going to be making something. Can promise you that.
But I also feel like you meet people that understand the magic of things, not necessarily like there's a magic of web and blogging and everything, but there's also magic of energy and people and who you surround yourself with. And there's a magic of being productive and just doing things and making things happen always. Like always something going on, and that's you guys 1,000,000%. And I feel like that's, you know, who I am. And I think like when you connect people like that, I mean, good shit's going to happen no matter what.
Totally.
Good things are going to happen.
Dude, to that point, I mean, you have a pretty impressive personal portfolio right now. Not only are you operating one of the finest tattoo establishments in San Diego.
Thank you.
But you have also invented a product out of some of the needs you've experienced as an artist. And this thing's called the Client Caddy.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yep.
this is like a holder of things.
Right.
I don't know a better way to call it.
It keeps your client's shit off your station, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, my plan is I have lots of ideas, things I want to do. I mean, you just get ideas, but I don't want to get away from the tattoo industry. So my rule is, as long as it has to do with art or my industry, I can do side projects, fun things. And the Client Caddy was just like I was getting my back piece tattooed, and I was putting hours, and I was, back piece goes to the back of my knees. It's like hundreds of hours, and I was sitting there, and I kept like pulling this metal chair over and putting all my shit out there, and I had started my business at that time, and I was just like trying to like text and do different things throughout the day because I'm sitting there for like 6 hours. I'm like, I need a place for my shit. I need to set my shit somewhere. Like I can't have it on this metal chair falling off all day long.
Yeah.
And I just
on the artist station fumbling around his ink and his
like it's just a mess. And I started like sketched out some ideas. I'm like, I just need something simple. I sketched it out. And then it's funny, which goes back to Little Italy, is, when I'm in Little Italy, I just open up down there. And I had the sketch of this thing that I needed to be made, and I started meeting the Little Italy group, and I met Joey, who you guys probably know was down there, a metal fabricator artist. And I showed him. He's like, "Oh, I weld and stuff." I'm like, "Oh, I want to weld this thing. How would you do this?" And he helped me build my first prototype.
Okay.
Purely out of the goodness of Little Italy. Oh, I can weld that for you in a second.
Yeah.
And he helped me weld out this little prototype, and it was killer. I still have it.
Yeah.
And from there, tried it out of the shop, worked amazing, got more made, filled my shop with them. Guys loved them. Little by little, started, other friend shops wanted them. So I started getting more made. And then I got to a point where I'm like, all right, I need to just get another website built, put some time into this, and make it available for more people purely out of necessity to help other artists.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even about making money. Like, maybe there could be some money in that at some point, but it's really not even that. It's about like almost giving back to my community.
Yeah.
Like the Client Caddy is kind of my contribution to the tattoo industry, which is awesome because I feel like I'm able to give something back. But when a shop orders one and they're like, "Oh, this is amazing. Give me like 4 more. I need the whole shop." That makes me more happy than anything.
Yeah, that's
like,
huge. Totally.
Like, they're hard to make, and it's a process, They cost a lot to make and powder coat and everything, but just getting them to another shop and them being so stoked, telling their friends about it, like, that is huge.
Yeah. Dude, that's awesome.
So if you're not looking at it, it's theclientcaddy.com. You can check out their website, but it's basically a stand made out of metal that has little holders for your wallet, keys, phone, hook for your purse or whatever. And you talked about it from a customer getting tattooed standpoint, but from the artist standpoint, I could imagine clients coming in and like handing you their keys. They're like, "Where do I put my key here?" All this stuff. You're like, "Dude, I don't want to touch your keys or your phone or your wallet." So it's just this little stand, maybe 3 feet high, and they don't have to touch your desk, your workstation. You don't have to touch their belongings. They've got it all right there while they're getting tattooed, and it's just, boom, Client Caddy.
Nailed it. I'm going to take that clip from my ad because that's the perfect description of it. It's keep your shit off my station. I make Client Caddy stickers and T-shirts now that say, "Keep your shit off my station."
Yeah, dude,
because that's what it is.
Yeah.
Just keep your shit right here. This is your spot. Put it there. And they love it.
Yeah.
My clients walk in and they're like, "Where's my caddy?" They just go and grab it and they load it up.
Oh,
They
yeah.
just download all the
They
shit out of
know.
their pockets and put it there, and they're like, good to go.
They're trained now.
Yeah.
They're trained. They know the caddy.
Dude, it's genius.
But that
It
product, I mean, it's. I feel lucky to have thought of the idea, and I feel lucky to be able to share it with everybody. And again, it's not deviating far from my tattooing industry, so it doesn't take me away from it. It's just something that we do and send out to friends.
Well,
and
and
people.
it's having an impact. I mean, helping artists, helping clients.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going for all 50 states, and we're like literally like, I think 4 states shy right now.
No way.
Dude, that is awesome.
Alaska,
Nice.
you guys. I think I need one to get on one up there. A couple
That's a
randoms,
shipping
but
cost.
Yeah.
and like Texas is like, they buy them like 8 at a time. They're crazy.
Really?
Like,
Yeah.
there's bigger places out there.
Okay.
Dude, you've cracked the secrets of the internet, man. You got the website. You got it going.
Well, which goes back to Lindsay, because I called you immediately.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, I'm going to put Client Caddy out there, let everybody buy it, but I need it to be simple, easy, and just work smooth. And we went through a whole new like website project, like a simpler version, but to the point.
Yeah,
because I didn't want to take away from anything else except for get this caddy in other artists' hands.
Yep.
And it was another easy, great
and make
experience.
the shopping experience really simple and fast.
Exactly.
And easy. And Shopify came through big on that one.
Thank you, Shopify.
But yeah, the website looks great, and hey, he's shipping. He's trying to hit all 50 folks. Come on, let's get him.
If you're in Alaska listening to this right now, and you're a tattoo artist, this is for you.
That's right.
We'll come back to your newer venture, another project that you're working on. But before we do that, I wanted you to just quickly talk about your sponsorship and participation in the Great Cut.
Oh, yeah.
First, you sponsored our event, and then we came and hit you up for a website, and you always said yes. So sure enough, we're going to come and ask for you to sponsor the Great Cut.
Right.
You did it. It was a fantastic showing and event. Just tell us a little bit about your guys' participation.
Yeah, I mean, at that time, I didn't have much hair, so I couldn't really give my hair, but we set up a sort of a Bearcat shave your head booth, basically, for people that didn't have as much hair, but they still wanted to like be involved and support, and even as much just to put on their social media that, hey, I shaved my hair and support.
Yeah.
And our buddy Tommy came down and did a bunch of head shaves. We all shaved our heads and just got people in there, and just a little more awareness of the project that was happening with the Great Cut, which was amazing.
Yeah.
I want to support it in any way possible, and I didn't have the hair to give, but I had the time, the time to give, and I think that's important. The Great Cut, I mean, you guys shattered the record. It's amazing. And
well, not really shattered, but
hey,
broke it.
We did break it.
Anytime you break it, it's shattered.
Yeah, you're right.
Shattered.
You're right.
You guys could have, well, if I remember correct, it got so late in the morning counting hair, you guys could have kept counting.
Yeah, we could have shattered it.
Like,
really.
you guys broke it, and it's like
we're done.
Yeah.
We are done.
There's so much more to count. So there was shatter capability.
Yeah.
But that event was amazing, and you guys did so much for, the community of people that needed hair and children, and even just bringing everybody together for that whole thing. I mean, that's amazing stuff. That's what's important. Obviously, it's not all about making money. It's about like quality of life and giving back and doing something that's productive.
Yeah.
And that incentive, it works both ways. You go and share yourself and share your time, and it does give back to you. So in a way, I mean, it's a full circle.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And the event was great. It was super fun.
Yeah, man.
Just a great example. If you can participate, you obviously didn't have hair to donate, or you didn't necessarily have like a specific role in that. So do some head shaves, coming out, just supporting however we can, or however you're able to, and finding a creative way. And then just having your presence at the Great Cut, having people able to still do the head shave, even if they can't donate, and still be a part of it. And the vibe and the energy that was there, you helped make it, and obviously we know the results just turned out incredible. So
well, you guys made it. Like, I don't know if everybody's seen the video, but if you haven't seen like some of the videos there, like my favorite part was like the sort of the ending when you guys are coming downstairs, like with the crowd cheering.
Yeah,
and
that
like,
was nuts.
like the culmination of like we did it, and like you guys got all dressed up in your nice suits, looking good, coming down after the whole long months and months of work. You guys must have been exhausted.
Dude,
but that crowd reaction right there was just incredible. So if anybody hasn't seen those videos, you need to check that out, because that moment alone, for all the people that worked so hard, that was incredible.
Absolutely,
huge.
Man. That was a powerful moment.
Super
and at that
powerful.
point, we had no idea like if we were even close to the record or any. We didn't even care at that point. We're like, oh, we're almost done.
You did it. Whatever. Yeah.
let's cut our hair.
Get the hell out of here.
God.
In my eyes, I thought you guys did it. I mean, you did whatever it was done. You did it.
The energy at that moment, it was like, no doubt. I don't know where we were, 100 pounds or 200 pounds, but the feeling at that moment was like, we're gonna break. Well, whatever. We did it. We did the event.
Yep.
We achieved this thing, whether we broke the record or not. We knew at that point, man.
And it was a celebration for everybody involved. I think it was just so like a release.
Totally. Absolutely, dude.
Oh man, it
was
still
amazing.
gives me the chills.
Right.
And everybody at that point had, a few beers. So it was like,
Right.
it was loose in there. It was great. Great vibes. 2024 coming
Right,
up right
right,
around
right.
the corner, Sierra. Look
Right.
at that
Getting
hair.
there,
He's
getting
got
there.
it going. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, he's looking great.
I don't even know
Look
what
at
to do with this
Dude,
thing anymore.
take
You
the
guys-
hat off.
I
Come
need
on,
some-
give us a full.
I need some help.
Yeah.
I've been on your website
Hey.
trying to get tips on what to do with this thing. I'm in that
Yeah.
awkward stage. I'm like a mess. My hat
So
has to go on right now.
for those that are just listening and not watching this here, he's got it just about to the ears. Pretty heavy, awkward stage. He's at that point where when he's wearing a hat, it looks really cool. It like kind of
Right.
puffs out underneath.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, oh yeah,
I was thinking that.
I would say it's kind of that like getting to longer, kind of that baseball hair. He has good baseball hair.
Oh
Great.
yeah, World Series hair.
Great
for sure.
baseball hair.
Yeah. So, what are we looking at here as we're still got 4 years to the great cut? We're coming off our conversation here. Are you going to be able to donate at 2024? Can we get the commitment from Sierra Colt to go that long?
Look, I knew this question was coming for sure. And you know what? I'll fully be there for you guys, no matter what. Whether I have hair, whether I'm there just with a booth, I'll fully be there for you
Okay.
guys.
Diplomatic response
Very
here.
diplomatic response.
Okay. He's gonna be there, guys. That's what we got. That's what we got.
Do we know where the hair will be? We don't know for sure.
I mean, that deserves to just keep growing, though. Come on.
I mean,
It's
I'm
got
going-
some volume. It's not like that's flat where it's just like Lloyd Christmas. You got that little curl sweeping up on
When
the
you
side.
guys see what happens in the next 6 months after this, you guys can tell me. You might want to cut that. Or you might want to keep it. I'll let you guys decide.
We'll be honest with you. We'll be honest.
I got
You
this,
have
like,
had long hair
flow.
in the past.
Of course.
You are,
That's why
in
we're
fact,
connected.
a former professional snowboarder. Were those the times when you had the flow?
No,
or
pre-snowboarder.
it was before even snowboarding.
Band guy in high school, band guy.
Yeah.
Not band guy like rock band.
In the band.
Like metal band guy.
Yes.
Like the band. No,
We've seen pictures. It looked great.
Yeah.
You're long hair at heart for life.
Of course.
So this is just nothing new to you. It's
No,
just
this-
exploring the path.
You know, it's funny.
Again.
I was thinking about when I was growing my hair out when I was younger. I don't remember this stage. I just don't remember that part where I remember having when we were skateboarding, having the long bang stage, and I remember different hairstyles, but I don't remember that awkward stage. I don't, for some reason, I don't know why I don't remember it. Maybe I just don't remember being awkward. I don't even remember. It's just I
just
remember
pushed right
it's
through.
wow, all of a sudden I had hair.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
I just pushed so hard it just grew quick or something over a summer or something. But
Yeah.
it was all of a sudden we had long hair.
Well, dude, I think at least we know that you have the commitment to keep it growing until we release the upcoming collab. Now we've got into all the many things you do. We got in Client Caddy. You're the owner of Bearcat Tattoo Gallery, guys. He's even got a whole nother venture too. You're not gonna believe this. It's called Fin and Ink. Now, dude, you got to tell us a little bit about that. We got a collab coming out with your new company, Fin and Ink. We can get into more of that in a second. But what is Fin and Ink about? How the hell did you get into fishing lures with tattoo designs?
This is, like I said before, I don't want to deviate ever from the tattooing and art world. So any
Yeah.
project I do, it needs to represent art and tattooing and that energy. And, we were, I guess it was maybe a year and a half ago now or something like that. I wanted to get the crew out to go fishing, just to get out on the water, get away from the shop for the day, and just have some fun. And so we just booked an offshore trip with a client. A client runs a boat, captains a boat, the Grande, and we booked an offshore trip with the crew just to go out and do some fishing and have some fun. And I just get out of the shop.
Yeah.
And the fishing sucked that day. The fishing sucked. It was a long, long day. The fishing sucked, but we talked a lot. We had fun. It was a great day still. And on the trip, my buddy Scott came with too, and we're just sitting there talking about, fishing, I guess. And these guys, I'm more new to fishing, but the guys are pulling out these lures and showing me. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And they're like, oh yeah, this one's like $100. Oh, this one's like $50. I'm like, you guys are paying? That's a lot of money for these fishing lures.
Yeah.
There's not even art on them. So that one's blue. That one's green with a little sparkle. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh, but this is the one, And just, I guess, long hours out there. And my buddy Scott, who I've thrown several art shows with, he's a big fisherman. And we're talking and we're just hanging out during a stop, whatever, while we're fishing, or not even fishing that day. But and I was like, Scott, why don't we do some cool fishing lures with tattoo art on it? We can have our art show on the sea, you know, something different, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, that'd be cool. Let's do that. That'd be fun. Like, just there's nothing else out there to do except for talk about tattoos, art, fishing. And Scott and I started talking about just like how fun it would be to put art on fishing lures, whether they catch fish or not. Who cares? You know, they are actually.
Yes.
but we just talked about it. And since Scott and I have did several art shows together, I was like, dude, let's shake hands. Let's put some fishing lures together and put some tattoo art on it and just share them with everybody for fun. And if anything, like bring the tattoo community together even more. And it was kind of born on that bad fishing day.
Amazing.
And of course we had to turn around and book another fishing trip, and we had some great, you know, fishing trips that year. But
You got to have a few duds before you're going to start reeling them in.
it would have never created without, you know, having a bad day out there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So now you've got these beautiful lures, and the approach that you've taken is different artists contributing their art for a different set of lures,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And so how many artists have you had contribute, and who's catching the most fish?
Right. Okay. So Scott Schaffhausen, he's my partner in this. We launched it just last November before all the craziness happened. And so I kind of produced the first round of art just to get it going. And we just launched Brady Wilmot, his signature set. We have my signature set out there now. Scott, he's an artist as well. He just painted up something, so his will be out there pretty soon.
Nice.
We have a couple other guys on board ready to go. So we should launch probably a couple more signature sets this year and just continue with that. So our goal is just to continually get new artists that, you know, enjoy fishing or involved in some matter with fishing, to create a piece of art. You know, we'll do like a couple hundred of their lures, have fun, let them sell them. And the whole part of it too is, you know, there's the profit will be like kind of split, you know.
Okay.
You know,
That's
it is
cool.
with small business, anything like this, there's not really like a profit, but we want to make sure that if there's something, like it goes back to the artist so they can, you know, make whatever profit is off of
be
it.
excited to push it, want to, you know, tell their friends, their clients, whatever.
But in the end, the whole goal is another, like a different version of an art show. We're putting them on fishing lures. Other artists can be like stoked on doing something different.
Yeah.
And they get to share them with their friends. So, I mean, it goes back to like just doing something fun with the community.
Totally.
You know, making your tackle box exciting with cool fishing lures, making tattoo artists excited to drop a design for something that hasn't really been printed with tattoo art much.
Yeah.
And then go fish with it.
Yeah, totally. Now, when it comes to the approach, are the artists like, you know, taking like a little, you know, I guess template of the lure and putting their, like, drawing their art, or are they just kind of giving you a done piece and you guys kind of figure out how to put it on the lure?
Well, you would kind of like, since we've got, you know, some good examples out there now, so we give them a little template, like kind of get it within this range.
Okay.
You know, each artist we've talked to beforehand, and there's different sizes you can do, different shapes, you know, different things. So they get like a little version, like, okay, yours is going to be like a little bit like this, or a little bit, you know, smaller one side, bigger. So they have like an idea, sort of design for it. And it's a unique design as a tattoo artist because, you know, it's going to be small. I mean, it's going to be like that small or whatever, but it's going to be like kind of tall and long too.
Yeah,
so putting tattoo art, it's just a little different.
Totally.
Which makes it fun, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And that brings us to our collab.
Yes.
Just like you're throwing the tattoo art on the lures, you know, that's kind of where we started with hair ties for guys. Let's get some nice designs and art on hair ties.
Right.
So I think we have a group perfect kind of mesh and philosophy here, but now we get to have your signature art on these hair ties. And guys, we're going to be releasing a full kit Fin and Ink and a Longhairs collab.
Yes.
2 packs of limited edition, only 250 made of each. Same with the lures, and also 2 head wraps, all sold in this collab kit, and they look stunning.
Yes.
Original art from Sierra Colt, emblazoned on the hair ties. Not only is it art that we've never used before, but the format where we have taken the design, printed over all 4 hair ties.
Yep.
They just came out incredible. This is arguably our dopest collection
Ever.
Just the art, just the, like, you don't even want to take them off the pack.
No.
Not that I'm like Like, I love my art, but I was blown away by like the detail that you guys got out of them.
Yeah,
like, that's
no,
cool
for sure. I know.
They look incredible. So we've got the 2 collections of hair ties along with the 2 head wraps and the 2 fishing lures. It's a beautiful kit. There's a beautiful packaging scheme, and it really just delivers on, well, hopefully on the artist's intent.
Yeah.
Speaking of the head wraps, you guys gave me the samples. I need that head wrap now. Like this hair, like I'm doing something around the house or something. I need my hair out of my face now. I can't.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you use these things for? I know now.
He's a head wrap guy.
The head wraps are insane.
Dude, they're so good. They are.
But who knew 8 years ago or whenever we met, like, we're going to be doing a collaboration of hair ties and fishing lures? Who knew?
Dude, never would have guessed that. If you think like, so when we were making the website, never would have guessed that
in
we
8
would
years, what are we going to be doing?
Freaking if someone was like, yeah, guys, you're going to be releasing a limited edition kit with fishing lures and hair ties and head wraps.
Yes.
You'd be like, what?
Are you crazy? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. 8 years from now,
Exactly.
who knows
What
we're
the
going to
hell
be doing?
else? Yeah. No, totally, man.
But I think this set's incredible. You guys blew my mind with the printing and the way you put it all together. I mean, I gave you guys a set of art to work with. I'm like, here's art.
Yeah.
Look at it, what you like, take what you like, put it together. And what you guys chose to work with and the way you presented it on the 4 hair ties and the head wraps, like, I was pumped. I was pumped to see that art come to life.
Hell yeah.
Tell us just a little bit about the art. The 2 head wraps, there is a phoenix and there's a filigree pattern.
Yep.
Just developing those. Was it for a client? Was it just general sketching some designs?
So a lot of art. So I'm looking at like the tiger print is a print that I designed up. I believe the head wrap that's got like the cherry blossoms and the filigree. I actually was working on a design for a client to tattoo the side of her head with it. And in the end, we went with something different, which happens. I mean, not a lot, but we're always designing different things. So our portfolio of excess art is huge.
Yeah.
And sometimes we design something out and they're like, oh, no, I want this. But we want to finish that design anyway because we think somebody's going to get it someday or it's good for something. And so we have this just huge file of like art that either we want to do or projects that we tried 1 or 2 ways. Sometimes when I draw for a client, I'll draw 2 things up and I won't even show them the first one because I want to do the second one for them. But the first one's still valid.
Yeah.
But I just needed to draw that to know that I want to draw this.
Yeah.
So our excess art is like, if you ask any tattoo artist like what they've been working on or what else they want to do, they usually have a pile of stuff or on their iPads now.
It's a great place to use that art, right? You weren't looking for something like a creative place to put it on. Didn't think they were going to be on hair ties, did you?
Right.
Well, what's cool about the head wrap design is that was intended for the head, and then it still is.
That's
going
true.
on.
Yeah.
Didn't even think about that. You know what? I'm gonna have to bring one to her. She's up in Seattle.
Okay.
Or send one up to her.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, this could have been you. Her piece is cool too. It's cherry blossoms. Looks just as cool. But that's pretty cool. I didn't even think about that.
That's rad. Love it, man. Well, guys, this you'll be hearing more about the collab drop. We don't have an exact date yet, but you heard it first. We've kind of hinted at it maybe on the Instagram stories, and we've showed a couple of teasers and stuff. But this is really the in-depth look. You guys saw, if you're watching this, you got to get the first shot and pictures of the kit there and look at those. And I mean, they're gorgeous, guys. This is a collector's piece,
Gorgeous.
one of a kind. And we only have 250 kits, so they're going to go fast.
This is exciting, man. This is really cool.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to getting this ready to rock for you guys.
Looking forward to using a couple pretty soon here.
Yeah, man, you're getting close.
I don't think I could do that back. It's just a little too small right now.
You're almost there. A couple months.
A little weird.
How about you could do it on the top if you
I
really?
could do a couple like this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, dude, the head wraps have been working for you. Great to hear.
Yep.
What else is going on with the hair? I mean, let's any specifics you want to get into?
My youngest kid, Cannon, man.
Yeah.
His
dude,
hair.
He's
His
got
hair's
full flow.
He's being Aquaman for Halloween.
Yes.
Nice.
He's got the hair. I mean,
Yeah.
we always use these. I mean, he needed these from day one.
Okay,
We've never cut his hair. I've asked my wife to cut his hair, at least a trim, but he's
Yeah.
never had a haircut, 3.5. So his hair ties are perfect for him.
Dude, awesome.
He's like a lifelong user, you could say, of
Yeah,
your hair
that is
ties.
literally lifelong.
Just doesn't have any life not knowing hair ties for
Yeah.
guys.
Right.
Amazing.
Exactly.
Part of his life forever. Any resistance from the family? How's your wife feeling about the hair so far?
Oh my God.
She loves it.
This would be her. Really? Really? So you're doing this, huh?
Yeah.
That's what's happening. You want to grab a hat before we leave?
Yeah. Have you had to, I mean, with COVID this year, you probably haven't had to go to any like engagements or formal stuff.
Yeah.
So you're kind of flying under the radar with that kind of stuff, huh?
I shaved it week 1. I shaved it just down to nothing or whatever.
Okay,
just,
yeah.
I don't know. Me and my oldest kid, Kingston, shaved our heads day 1, and then I just let it grow from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much resistance. I mean, not going out anywhere really.
Yeah.
You know, we go to the shop. I could use gel in it for a little bit. That ship has sailed.
Yeah.
Like now I have to wear a hat or something until I can get it back.
Okay. Has any of your clients come in and be like, "Whoa, Sierra, the hair, dude"?
Yeah. That's
They have? You
happened.
got
That's
some comments?
Like, oh, you playing hockey? Oh, World Series baseball.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm coaching my kids' baseball team, so you know the baseball hair works
Dude,
out there.
gotta have the baseball hair.
Dude, it brings a level of authority out on the diamond.
That's true.
Totally.
Oh, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
See that hair?
Pretty stellar, man. Well, we're looking forward to seeing the flow just inching its way down your shoulders, however slowly it may be. Just tell us, before we got a couple of last minutes here, just about the future and vision in Bearcat. We got into this topic a little bit with Alonzo and Matt, just looking to the future. It has not historically been an industry that prepares you for retirement or healthcare benefits, but much like you've changed the ambiance and the vibe of a tattoo gallery
And the philosophy.
and the philosophy behind it, you've also very much put a focus on the well-being of the artists in your shop. You put an emphasis on those types of things. Tell us about how, both for your artists and for yourself, how are you preparing for the future? What do you see in the next 10 years for Bearcat and for you guys in there?
Yeah, that's a good question. For some good reasons. When you're a tattoo artist, obviously you don't get health care, you don't get retirement funds, 401k, you don't get any of that. But if you are working at a place where you have plenty of business, you're making plenty of money, you don't have to worry about trying to hustle every day, your mind can open up and have the time to plan different things. So my goal always with Bearcat was to make sure that artists, they get paid probably more than most shops. As well as you could be, they get, their business is continual, so they don't have to worry at all. Like, where am I getting money? Like, it's there. So now they can start investing. They can pay for their health care.
Yeah.
They have a place to work where they're not worried about, business being slow.
Yeah.
And I think that's important. I think in our business, there's different versions now. There's lots of private shops. There's still some street shops. There's shops like ours. It's just all about the team and together we rise, the good energy. And I think providing a place where people know that they're going to have plenty of business and they're with a good team and a good family, and they can relax a little bit and be like, okay, I'm safe. I can tattoo and focus on my art and focus on my family, focus on my self-care, working out, being with my kids, focus on my art. When you have that ability just to focus, I think it's really positive for artists, because artists, we're unique. We need to get into a space to draw, and if there's weird drama, if there's weird things going on, you can't get in that headspace. So I think with Bearcat, I'm just going to keep on going forward with trying to provide as much value for my artists, and trying to find as much positive headspace for them to create. All rise together financially, building our own retirement, our own, stocks, investments, mutual funds, whatever. We're all doing that.
Yeah.
Seeing my artists buy houses, that's amazing.
Oh, man.
Totally.
I'm seeing them buy their houses for the first time. I'm seeing them, go through the big purchases in life. And that's amazing. And
Absolutely.
I think that's what Bearcat's about, is just being a team and being a group that's an awesome, positive place to grow.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think that's why I started in the beginning too. I want to work with great artists. I don't want to work alone. I want to be with fun people and be inspired and just kind of enjoy the journey.
Dude,
and
awesome.
See what happens next. More art shows,
Yeah.
more projects.
Yeah.
So I think that's the future, is just keep on rocking, keep doing it.
More side businesses.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I got a lot right now. Let's tend these ones a little bit.
Yeah, dude, just powerful stuff there, man, and inspiring. And we've always known that about you and knew that you are different as far as when it comes to your whole approach about your business and the way you think and just being there for the guys that where you are. Great example in the San Diego community, just in general for business owners.
You guys
honestly.
too, man. I can say the same thing with you guys. We like a big group hug or something.
We'll do it. Huge hug.
Yeah.
I think when you meet people that you connect with, right? That positive energy or like that it's on no matter what it is.
Yeah.
Like you connect.
Yeah.
Like
Down since day one.
We'll know each other
For
forever.
sure.
That's what, like 20 years. We'll be doing like some old guy projects.
Yeah.
No doubt in my mind.
Canes. Like we'll be doing old guy canes, collaboration, art on canes.
Yes.
Hey, one last question came to mind. I got to ask you. Is there a time in your head where you have like, this is just you personally as a tattoo artist,
Yeah.
like you just want to be done? Like retire from the machine? You know, like you do art still, paint, of course, but you're just like, those days are gone. Or like, is it just a life thing?
It's interesting you ask that. Like I'm working on this blog. It's kind of called like the waypoints of life or the waypoints of an artist.
Yeah.
And I've kind of started to document like the beginnings to the middle to like where it is. I don't know where it's going to be next.
Yeah.
I feel like I'll probably tattoo like 20 more years for sure.
Okay.
But I feel like I'll probably get more into it as I sort of search it out in my brain, like my thoughts on the subject. But I feel like in the beginning, you're just trying to tattoo. You're trying to figure it out, right? And then you get it figured out. Then you're trying to like get some accolades or some like respect or some achievements, some awards, or like, oh, you're doing really good, And then you just want to like start making these accomplishments of bigger projects. And then you start getting to a point where you're like, cool, like now I want to start giving back, like teaching a little bit. And then you probably want to start like leaving like a mark on the industry, and then even like legacy. And like there's a lot of like waypoints of being an artist, but I don't think they ever end.
Okay.
Like you can be 70, 80, 90 years old and still want to create art. Tattooing, leaning over, I don't know. Like I'm trying to be healthy and trying to like, be fit and like keep my core muscles and everything together. I mean, I could see tattooing well into the 60s for sure. But I mean, there's great artists out there that are 70, 80 and they still tattoo,
Wow. Yeah.
I think you're maybe like a little less time a day.
Right.
But that's to be seen. Like our industry of the really good artists that have came out are some of the guys that I was looking up to when I was younger. They're getting older than that age. So we'll kind of see like what they do.
Yeah. Yeah, good point.
But I mean, you only could tattoo so long.
Right.
But I would think you'd be able to make it long enough to get to that almost phase 3 of your life where people aren't retiring these days. They're just going into phase 3. Whatever your next project is.
Right.
I don't think people stop working now, but I would think nowadays, I think we can get ourselves to that, that stage, I guess, but it's to be seen,
Exciting.
I think it's all about just being healthy,
Yeah, totally.
working hard to make sure that you're doing the right things with your body so you can tattoo as long as possible. And also, if you think about like a lot of my clients I've had for 10, 20 years, even some of them.
Wow.
Right. So 20 years from now, they'll probably still be my clients. These are like friends. They're long term.
Yeah.
So what do? We just keep tattooing, maybe we tattoo less. Like
We're going to hang out. Like, might as well
tattoo.
Dude, we're here hanging out.
So I don't know. It's interesting. But I mean,
cool.
I'm excited for the future no matter what. Even at that point, if it's just tattooing a couple days a week, and being chill and maybe teaching more or mentoring or, just sharing knowledge, at that point is good too,
Or managing your global enterprise of businesses you've created.
Honestly, Fin and Ink retirement plan.
Okay.
Just get a fish, still create tattoo art, fish. I tattooed one day this week. I fished 4. It's a good week.
That's great. Man.
Shipped off a few client caddies.
Right.
Just rounded out the week. Well, I could say without a doubt, man, you have personally really advanced the professionalism of the tattoo industry across all the different aspects that we've covered today in the show. And it's impressive, and it's really great, I think, for the tattoo industry. And it's freaking awesome hanging out over at your shop. And I wish we were still neighbors in Little Italy, but we're looking at
we're still close.
Maybe purchase price for $2,400 for the entire building. We're probably gonna have to sell a few more packs of hair ties. Probably a lot of fishing lures too before we're putting in an offer. But
right.
Hey, one step at a time. We know you're going to be there holding it down on Kettner Boulevard for us.
Maybe we should buy a boat.
Hey, not a
HQ,
bad idea.
HQ2.
Yeah. Just go wherever we want.
Water.
Well, hey, why don't you, we've listed a few of your websites and properties, but just for our listeners, if you could tell them where they could find your various websites, follow you on Instagram, where can they find you?
Yeah, I mean, most important is bearcattattoo.com. I mean, that's like priority is tattooing. That's what generates everything, you know. Obviously, you can go on the social media networks and find everything. My name, bearcattattoo.com. You know, for tattoo artists, clientcaddy.com, theclientcaddy.com. That's, of course, where you get your caddies, finandink.com. You know, all this is all connected through social media. So pretty easy to find everything.
Cool. And Sierra Colt on Instagram.
Yep. I nailed it first. There's a lot of other Sierras out there now. But I think I locked it down before everybody.
Nice. Well, hell yeah, bro. What a show. What a show. Well, thank you. The great and powerful Sierra Colt.
Thank you guys.
Yes, letting it ride with the long hairs.
And powerful long hairs as well.
Hey, it's been a great relationship, man. Lots in the future for us. A lot more great cuts and long manes and candy canes and Fin and Ink collabs and whatever it might be. We're going to be pumped to be working with you on down the road. Thanks for coming in today.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
All right, boys.
Till next time.
See you.